Welcome to Fun Time Travel. So we were just on the Carnival Horizon. It was our first time on the Horizon. And while we're going to share some vlogs of our trip in the coming weeks, we really wanted to share our thoughts and impressions with you while they were still fresh in our minds. So if we don't talk about something that you were maybe interested in, either watch the vlogs moving forward or just ask a question in the comments below. So let's get into it.
Well, let's start off with embarkation. We boarded in Miami, and our arrival could have been better.
A little bit, yeah.
Our Uber driver dropped us off in front of the MSC ship instead of the Horizon, and we had to walk to the Horizon, and we were like, is this where he's like, oh yes, yeah, just go right there, you go right up there to the terminal. And it was like, but it was the wrong terminal. So we had to walk with quite a bit of luggage.
And thus began our journey. Yeah, it was quite hot.
Very hot.
Yeah. But once we got to the terminal, things went super smooth. In fact, one of the porters kind of stopped traffic to help us get across the street, took really good care of us. Yeah. And to be honest with you, once we got into the terminal and started moving, it didn't really feel like we even stopped moving till we were on board the ship. It took maybe 20 minutes,
if that.
Yeah, it was really quick. Yeah. And it wasn't because of lines. It's just going through the process, maybe 20 minutes from start to finish. Yeah. And then now we had heard some stories leading up to the cruise that in fact a friend of mine was on the Horizon maybe 6 months ago, and he had said that it was after dinner before they got their luggage. And so we were a little concerned about that, yeah, but
it wasn't the case.
Our luggage was waiting for us immediately. As soon as the rooms were available at 1:30, we were unpacking.
Actually, we were a couple minutes before 1:30, came around the corner and it was there.
Yeah. So it was that whole experience, the Uber notwithstanding, was a pretty good experience.
That has nothing to do with the boat. Yeah. So
yeah.
Speaking of the boat, as far as the ship goes, let's talk about shopping, because well, that's what I love. So on the Horizon, the shopping was located around the main atrium, and it was pretty accessible. Like everything was there. You had the watch store, you had the candy store, you had the
between decks 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was really easy to get to. The atrium bar was on deck 3, and for us, it kind of felt a little bit disconnected from the rest of the ship. Like to get there, you literally had to be going there on purpose.
Yeah, you did.
Couldn't to get to it is just weird. You had to go down. You had but it was gorgeous.
It was beautiful with that big funnel and the they call it the dreamscape, I think.
Yeah.
It was very pretty.
Yeah.
We met a bartender on the Mardi Gras last year, and he's really one of our favorite bartenders. And he was at the atrium bar most of the time, but we really rarely saw him. But either except for before and after dinner.
Well, and I seen him while you were in the casino, because that was the closest bar to the casino. But I still, had to trek down the hallway, down the stairs, and whatever.
Yeah, it was so out of the way. Yeah. And the casino used to have a bar, but they took that out shortly after the restart to try to cut down on smoking in the casino, which I don't think it really helped. And they said they would have bar service roaming around the casino, and they were, but the bar service in the casino was, in my opinion, very slow. You were better off roaming off and finding another bar.
I never had one time a server come up to me while I was playing slots. So
yeah, so take that for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Now the water slides. They were a lot of fun. So watch our vlogs. I'm going to put some footage of the water slides in there, and we really enjoyed the Serenity deck.
Yes.
I think of all the ships we've been on, something about this one just felt more relaxing, I think. Mm-hmm. So that was a good experience. But one thing to note, and I mentioned the casino a little earlier. So on deck 4, you had at the very front of the ship, of course, there's a theater, and then it's the atrium. But then from there back, you have the casino, then the sports bar, and then finally like the Limelight Lounge. And it felt like anytime we got off on deck 4 anywhere, you could smell smoke from the casino.
Yeah.
If you were standing outside the Limelight Lounge to wait to get in, or outside the sports bar, that smoke smell just permeated that whole floor. And even we often smelled it at the midship elevator area on deck 5, either when we would go down the stairs or just at the elevator area. It was very, they're just having a hard time controlling it, I think. And if you're a smoker, it's not a big deal. But if you're not a smoker, it really...
And we tend to be pretty sensitive to smoke, so to others it may not have been as big of a deal.
Right, so just something to be aware of.
Yeah. But one thing we truly loved was our cabin and our balcony. We usually book aft balconies, which is at the back of the boat, but this time we opted for the premium balcony, and it was wonderful.
It ran kind of the length of the ship. It was a normal depth, but it was like twice as wide.
At least twice as long, because we had 2 little tables, 2 chairs, and a recliner.
Yeah.
And
it was just so nice. It was so nice. We spent a lot more time out there than we normally do on a cruise, and we just loved it because it was, again, this was our 30th anniversary, so to be able to just spend time together and enjoy each other's company was so nice. And this cabin, the layout was a little different. In fact, we'll put a link to our cabin walkthrough. You can check it out here. It'll be somewhere on the screen, but we really enjoyed it. We really liked this one. It was different and probably our favorite cabin layout we've ever had.
Yeah.
So
the bathroom actually felt a little bit bigger.
It did.
And it's probably just the way it was set up, but it just did. It just felt a little bit bigger.
It was nice. So. Hey, would you like this video? Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future updates. We're always making new videos and posting them, and we'd hate for you to miss a single one. So thank you in advance.
On to the food.
The food.
Well, we ate in the dining room for several nights, and we loved our table companions. We had a lot of fun. Well,
I see comments on like Facebook and in different places where people are like, we just want our own table. We want to isolate, or what? I say that sounds like a bad word, but we don't want to meet new people. And I tell you what, it's been a time-honored tradition on cruise ships to share a table with table mates. And I tell you, we were so blessed with the people that we had at our table and then the table right next to us. We just had a great time.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We really did. The food was very good, but we felt like the service was a little bit slow. Like there was a couple nights that it just was taking,
it seemed like it stretched out. Yeah.
And however, our servers were excellent. They were amazing. They were fun. They were upbeat. They were really good.
They kind of participated in our fun with us.
Literally got involved with our team.
But it did seem like service, and I don't know if that was, again, not to disparage our service because we loved them, but was it them slow? Was it the kitchen was slow? I don't know, but it just seemed like dinner took longer.
They were always moving, man. They were always,
Or maybe they're just understaffed, and that could be too. Another thing we really loved Guy's Pig and Anchor, and I know some people don't care. We love the steakhouse.
Yes.
We really did enjoy the steakhouse. We did it for our anniversary, and we just have nothing but good to say about it. Guy's Pig and Anchor, we love the food there and the environment, the ambiance, or whatever you want to call it, was, I don't know if you can have ambiance at a barbecue joint, but you get my point.
Yeah.
And we ate at Cucina del Capitano, and this was, of all of our cruises, this is the first time we'd eaten it at Cucina, and it was excellent. Although I have to say, and I mentioned this to her when we were doing it, for me, pasta in the Caribbean, it seems a little bit out of its element.
Well, and that's why we haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
This was our first time.
We've always heard good stories about it, but it was very good. We really enjoyed it.
Let's talk about the ports.
Yeah.
We absolutely fell in love with Aruba and Curacao.
Yeah.
And, this was our first time actually to those two places. And so it was new and exciting and fun, but they were both just beautiful, and we just had a lot of fun.
Yeah, the people were great.
Yeah.
The views were stunning. The water was beautiful in both Aruba and Curacao. In fact, I think we left both of those islands thinking we could probably go there for an all-inclusive, or definitely if Aruba or Curacao is on an itinerary and we're debating between that one and another, we're going to do Aruba or Curacao. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Now, La Romana and Amber Cove were nice.
But we've been there before.
We've been there before.
Yeah.
And we just got off the ship and did some shopping there. This itinerary, Aruba, Curacao, La Romana, Amber Cove, you just can't go wrong with this one.
It was.
So I highly recommend it. And of course, your experience is going to vary a little bit depending on what you choose to do in each port. But at least for us, our experience was great. So we'll move on to some of the entertainment. We enjoyed, on varying levels, karaoke on multiple evenings. I sang one night, and it wasn't the greatest, but it was fun.
It was fun.
The theater was very nice. Really enjoyed the theater. In fact, I think for me anyway, we preferred this theater over the main theater on the Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Now I'm not talking about the atrium. I think the atrium lobby, the what is it, Grand Central on the Mardi Gras is a fantastic venue, but the theater itself, this theater was just magnitudes better than the one on the Mardi Gras.
We went to one show and we enjoyed it, but ultimately we kind of found ourselves enjoying Guy's Pig and Acre.
Yeah, we really did.
And the music there more often than anywhere else on the ship. We just enjoyed it, the whole atmosphere. We really enjoyed the string trio when we were in the atrium. They had them playing upstairs, open air, like down to the bar, but it was, they were awesome. They were really good.
Yeah, it was fun. It's just like she said earlier, we just didn't end up in the atrium that much.
No. And we did go to the piano bar, and we enjoyed that one night.
Debarkation really wasn't all that bad. Now, we chose late luggage tags because we had a later flight, and we ended up getting off the ship between 9 and 9:30, I think. It was kind of nice just to have a relaxed breakfast, and then we just waited for a little bit, and off we went.
Yeah, we had a great time on the Horizon, and like Ron said, this was our 30th anniversary, and to be honest, we didn't do as much as we normally would when we go with friends.
Yeah, which is, every cruise has a different personality.
Exactly, totally does. But we just had a great time on this beautiful ship, enjoying our time together, enjoying our balcony. And it was fun.
So we really liked the Horizon, and honestly, I think you probably will too. So, hey, that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.